We continue the Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation of the Quran with Surah Adhdhaariyaat, the winds that scatter. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, by those that scatter broadcast, and those that lift and bear away heavy weights, and those that flow with ease and gentleness, and those that distribute and apportion by command. Verily, that which are promised is true, and verily judgment and justice must indeed come to pass by the sky with numerous paths. Truly ye are in a doctrine discordant, through which are deluded away from the truth, such as would be deluded. Hence it's not God or making people, it's just they have a choice. Woe to the falsehood mongers, those who flounder, heedless in a flood of confusion. They ask, when will be the day of judgment and justice? It will be a day when they will be tried and tested. Over the fire, taste ye your trial. This is what ye used to ask to be hastened. As to the righteous, they will be in the midst of gardens and springs, taking joy in the things which their Lord gives them, because before then they lived a good life. They were in the habit of sleeping but little by night, and in the hours of the early dawn they are fond, praying for forgiveness, and in their wealth and possessions was remembered the right of the needy, him who asked and him who, for some reason, was prevented from asking. On the earth are signs for those of assured faith, as also in your own selves will ye not then see, and in heaven is your sustenance, as also that which ye are promised. Then by the Lord of heaven and earth, this is the very truth, as much as the fact that ye can speak intelligently to each other. Has the story reached thee of the honored guest of Abraham? Behold, they entered his presence and said, peace. He said, peace, and thought they same unusual people. And then he turned quickly to his household, brought out a fatted calf, and placed it before them. He said, will ye not eat? And they did not eat. He conceived a fear of them, and they said, fear not. And they gave him glad tidings of a son, endowed with knowledge. But his wife came forward, laughing aloud. She smote her forehead and said, a barren old woman. They said, even so has thy Lord spoken, and he is full of wisdom and knowledge. Abraham said, and what, O ye messengers, is your errand now? They said, we have been sent to a people deep in sin, to bring on them a shower of stones of clay, brimstone, marked as from thy Lord, for those who trespass beyond bounds. Then we evacuated those of the believers who were there, but we found not there any just persons except in one house, and we left there a sign for such as fear the grievous penalty. And in Moses was another sign. Behold, we sent him to Pharaoh with authority manifest, but Pharaoh turned back with his chiefs and said, a sorcerer are one possessed. So we took him and his forces and threw them into the sea, and his was the blame. And in the odd people was another sign. People was another sign. Behold, we sent against them the devastating wind. It left nothing whatever that came up against, but reduced it to a ruin and rottenness. And in the Thamud was another sign. Behold, they were told, enjoy your brief day for a little while, but they instantly defied the command of their Lord. So the stunning noise of an earthquake seized them, while even they were looking on, and they could not even stand on their feet, nor could they help themselves. So were the people of Noah before them. for they wickedly transgressed. With the power and skill did we construct the firmament, for it is we who expand the vastness of space, and we have spread out the spacious earth. How excellently we do spread out, and of everything we have created pairs, that ye may receive instruction. Hasten ye then at once to God. I am from him a warner to you, clear and open, and make not another an object of worship with God. I am from him a warner to you, clear and open. Similarly, no messenger came to the peoples before them, but they said of him in like manner, a sorcerer or one possessed. Is this the legacy they have transmitted one to another? Nay, they are themselves a people transgressing beyond bounds, so turn away from them. Not thine is the blame, but teach thy message. For teaching benefits the believers. I have only created the hidden beings, jinn and humans, that they may serve me. No sustenance do I require of them, nor do I require that they should feed me, for God is he who gives sustenance, Lord of power, steadfast forever. For the wrongdoers, their portion is like unto the portion of their fellows of earlier generations. Then let them not ask me to hasten that portion. Woe then to the unbelievers on account of that day of theirs which they have been promised. And there are different degrees of earthquakes and windstorms. And we have found that certain winds, and different durations at which these things can happen. Now, a lot of what is generally presumed to be the case of the limits of such has already been proven wrong. It's either been witnessed in modern times, or we found evidence of it happening before we had all our instruments out. Now, to come is Surah 72, 1 through 28 in full, and previously 46, 29, 32, 23, 93, 98, 2, 97, 90 to 103. So to give the Arabic, I'm maybe stuffed. It may not sound as nice as other reciters, but so we have the purpose of life, why, and a response. Verse 56 to 58 here. وَمَّا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ مَا أُرِيدُ مِنْهُم مِّن رِّزْقٍ وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَن يُطْعِمُونِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ ذُو الْقُوَّةِ الْمَتِينُ. And so, to extend that a little bit, to include the previous sections here, we have 46, 29 through 32. وَإِذْ صَرَفْنَا إِلَيْكَ نَفَرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقُرْآنَ فَلَمَّا حَضَرُوهُ قَالُوا أَنصِتُوا فَلَمَّا قُضِيَ وَلَّوْا إِلَىٰ قَوْمِهِم مُنذِرِينَ. قالوا يا قومنا إنا سمعنا كتابا أنزل من بعد موسى مصدقا لما بين يديه يهدي إلى الحق وإلى طريق مستقيم يا قومنا اجيبوا داعي وآمنوا به يغفر لكم من ذنوبكم ويجيركم من عذاب أليم. ومن لا يعجب الله فليس بمعجز في الأرض وليس له من دونه أولياء أولئك في ضلال مبين. And also in the evening selection that I like to say in the evening, that twilight. 23, 93 to 98. O Rabbe Maturin Mayuadun Rabbe Valada Jomi Vil Kamar Ralamin Wanala Nuriakam Manadum Lakaderun Edfabaladi Sanu Sayatun Nahnu Alamu Bimaya Sefun Wak Orambe Audu من همزات الشياطين وأعوذ بك رب يحضرون. And Surah 2, 97 to 103. Oman Ganadu an Jabila Vanna Nazalahu Alam Kamaka Benalam Sadaqalma Bina Yadaya Wahuram Warushralaminin Man Kanadu Allah Malakate Warusule Wajibila Wamikala Vanaladu Wanal Kafarin Wala Qadan Zanna Likaya Mayanad Wamaya Furuda Al Fasekun Awakulama Duatanamanda Farikum Balaktarahum La Yumenun Walama Jam Rasul Ndala Mosada Kalama Maam Namanda Farikun Nalavina Utul Kitabala Warat Ohrem Kanam Layalamun Watabau Madam Lucia Tinu Alamuka Suleiman Wamakapara Suleiman Walakana Shayatin Kafaru Yamanasa Sehra Waman Zalala Malakaina Babamala Harutu Wamarutu Wamayo Walaman Hatta Yakun Nama nahnu fitnatun fala takfur sayatalamun mimma yufarriquna bihi bayna al-mar'i wa zawjihi wa ma hum bidarrina bihi min ahadin illa bi'idhnillah wa ya'lamun ma yandaruhum wa la yanfa'uhum wa laqad alimu lamman ishtarahu ma lahu fil akhirati min خلقا ولا بسما شروا به أنفسهم لو كانوا يعلمون ولو أنهم آمنوا واتقوا لمثوبة من عند الله خير لو كانوا يعلمون.